How are you? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Especially about today's verdict at the court concerning the presidential election petition. How do you feel? Sad? Happy? Indifferent? I don't know. As for me, I feel sad, but I also had an expectation of that. But my sadness is not because of the judgment, but the predictability of Nigeria in everything we do. That we expect them to fall into this ditch and it happens. That is my sadness. Some are feeling happy and some are indifferent. Whether you're celebrating your supposed victory or whether you're indifferent, you don't feel anything, you've given up on Nigeria. I have just a little thought to share with you, and that is, let's think deeper about the events now, events in the past and in the future. All that has happened today, or even during that election, is a replication of our environment, is a reproduction, representing, reproducing the environment that has been generationally, culturally, deliberately created and crafted to keep a huge population down and make them not to think on their own, their friends. This is a product of our environment, the judgment today. Look beyond the judiciary. What has happened today is beyond the judiciary. Look into our medical, educational, financial, economic sectors. Look deeper into them. Even our information groups or ministries, different ministries we have in Nigeria, look deep into them. Judiciary presented itself as is a case study for all others. Corruption is raving in every section and sector and part of Nigeria. And when you go to heaven, do you expect a system in hell to run in heaven and vice versa? No. A system of heaven, in heaven, its own system will often run. And in Nigeria, it's a system of corruption. And a system of corruption has its own mode of operation. Such as oppression, domination, injustice, lies, and so on and so forth. Falsification of ideas and events. All of this would happen. But there is also a system of integrity, and it's about truth and about justice, about fairness, about due process. And that's what we saw today. Fight between justice and integrity and corruption. In corruption, in a corrupt system, the question often is, what do I have to gain? Instead of what would a group of people gain if I do this? Or if I fail to do this? And it's a question of selfishness, the self. And what is more corrupt than the self? In a system of integrity, the question often is, what would the greater group gain if I choose to do this? And what do they stand to lose if I choose to do this? It's often a question about altruism and selfishness, egocentrism. It's that question about selfishness, about the self, about the group. And a couple of months ago, we experienced a girl who falsified or forged her own JAMB results, and all of us were so agitated and worried. Why would a kid do that? She replicated the environment, and when I talk about environment, I do not mean the environment Governor Wilke is talking about in Abuja, about the green area, demolishing some house buildings that are falling into the green area because it does not replicate the blueprint of the environment. No, I mean the mental environment that has to do with the attitude, is the idiosyncrasy, mode of doing things, values, and what have you, virtues. That's the environment, and that's the environment that distinguishes humans from animals. That in human environment, there is humanity playing, and they talk about justice, fairness, and all that. But in animal environment, it's not about the scale. Animal environment, it's about survival of the fittest, who would have it best at all costs. A lion is ready to devour a goat to have it. That's the environment we replicate. Today we saw environment. We watched on national televisions our environment play out, being thrown at us. It calls for reflection, that we sit down then and ask, where have we gotten it wrong? And we have gotten it wrong when we look back and think about how many of your kids you've sponsored in examination malpractice, where you kill their confidence and their ability to stand to their failures. You look back also and see how you have also pampered them not to believe in hard work and due process. You want to take a longer walk for them instead of allowing them to take that longer walk for themselves and face the products of it, the pains of it by themselves. That is why we started getting it so wrong. And gradually their confidence was killed, and they feel they can always buy anything. And when they get to university, they are ready to sort out anything whatsoever to get it. And this gradually, this mentality of everybody has a price started trending. And maybe today we expected UK to replicate the result, the verdict they produced regarding Senate UK for a matter. It's not going to happen. Children today believe there is always a price, someone for every human being, that everyone has a price. Price of money or in kind. Don't feel devastated about today. Peter Obi has shown us the way. If we feel sad about today, let's transfer that sadness into value orientation and inculcation, into our morality in our different sectors in schools especially, and coach our students, our pupils to be gainful, to gain in morality and learning. And they lack today in this, learning and morality. Those things they were putting, those technicalities they were putting there in that court today, some law students will not know it, or some of them may not even know it. Some of them, unfortunately, even the ones who are into law school, it's unfortunate. The decay is raving, and we have opportunity to rewrite the history. Let's not blame the judiciary. Let's blame environment we've created by ourselves and see what we can do before. I don't know whether it is even too late. Is it too late? What do you think? Is Nigeria redeemable or irredeemable? Let's share your thoughts and share this video.